Hey, this is Dragonfeather, and as you guys all know, I normally put my music videos up on Mondays, and I do my music stuff on Mondays, but I can't do that today, and, well, why you ask? I kind of need my hands to play my instruments, and, well, I sprained my wrist, so I can't do that. How I sprained my wrist, I actually sprained it while I was sleeping, so that is an achievement of life, I think. So let's see if you can sprain your wrist while you're sleeping. So anyway, I'm gonna go into a video topic that I had planned for later on in the week, and I'll just adjust accordingly this week. So anyway, the first thing I have to say is sorry if any of you guys saw my tweet about me posting this song that I was gonna post, but oh well, life happens and the universe had other plans for me. So anyway, the topic that I'm going to be doing is covens. I've been getting lots of requests on how to find a coven that's right for you and what is it like being in a coven. For those of you who do not know, I actually am a part of a coven. I am not a high priestess or whatever. I'm still pretty new. I'm actually the youngest member of my coven. Not my cousin. I'm the youngest member of my coven, and which is quite actually, I get a lot of questions asked about how I found this practice and stuff from my coven leaders, and it's quite interesting. You would think because I'm younger I wouldn't get as much respect, but I actually get quite a bit respect from my coven leaders because I'm so young and so into it and so serious about it. So that is really awesome. How I found my coven, dang, I can't keep saying cousin. How I found my coven was actually online. I did a search of metaphysical shops and pagan places, Wiccan places, things like that, just anything related to the New Age kind of thing. And I came across the place where I go to, as well as a few other stores like Psychic Guy, and yeah, like a few other stores. So I ended up finding this house, because it's at the lady's house, and her house is beautiful. Part of her house is in the shape of a castle, no joke. I'll take a picture of it the next time I go. So it's phenomenal. I love it so much. Excuse me. And so I actually found it through the internet, and so the first time that I went there, it was actually completely dark and scary, and there was no lights, and I was very unnerved, and my dad wasn't really feeling it, so we left. And a few days later, we ended up finding a crystal store by our house, and we go in there, and one of the ladies who helped work the store recommended we go there. And so after we realized that it was the place that we saw many weeks ago, it was kind of ironic that we were recommended to go there. And ever since we went there, it's been an amazing experience, and I've absolutely just loved going there. They're so sweet, they're so kind, and they're so open. And the reason why I like them so much is their rituals are very open. They're open all the time, no matter who you are. You can come down. They ask for a donation because they always cook for you afterwards. Excuse me. The husband of the high priestess is not pagan, but he is very supportive of it, and he cooks for everybody who comes, and his food is phenomenal, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And each time is different. There's no one set tradition that we're doing. Each time someone else puts a ritual together if they want to, and they present their form or their tradition of practice, and everyone gets to kind of participate with that, so everyone can learn new things. And I think that is the best way to do it. In my opinion, it's the best way to do it. And they turn nobody down unless you cause, serious drama or serious issues. So that's that. And my suggestion to find a coven that's right for you was search. You have to Google one and find one. And you're not gonna have covens all around, in certain places, like in the United States, in the Bible Belt, you're going to have a harder time finding a coven than you would in, say, Oregon in the United States, or in Great Britain, or, things like that. It's going to be harder to find covens in your area if you live in those certain places, which is unfortunate, but sadly a harsh reality. So, with the whole testing a coven out, if you like them or not, my suggestion is to go and attend a ritual if they have open rituals like mine do. And if they do not, just ask people who are in the coven, message them online and just ask them tons of questions. Say, what's your requirements? What tradition do you practice? what do you need to be initiated? My coven doesn't do any initiations. It's all open stuff, and they're really relaxed and kick back, and I like that, and I think that's very awesome. But some people are very strict and like to be very strict, and that's totally cool. So you really just got to find a place that's right for you and what you want. And then you got to ask what gods and goddesses they work with. My coven works with different gods and goddesses every single ritual. And they tell the stories behind the gods and goddesses in the middle of the ritual, which helps everyone learn about not only the Sabbath that we're doing or the Esprit that we're doing and stories behind that, but also the gods and goddesses and why they chose which gods and goddesses and, who they represent and what they represent and stuff like that. And it's all voluntary at my coven as well. You can volunteer the day before, or not the day before, like a few minutes before you do the actual ritual to call the quarters, and dismiss the quarters and call upon the elements and stuff like that. And the people who do the high priest and priestess parts of it, each time it's different. They're selected differently. Sometimes they're usually the same people, if not a lot of people who want to participate show up. But if you want to be part of the higher stuff, you're more than welcome to be, and they do not turn you down for whatever reason at all. So I think that's about it for my coven, but finding your own coven, it's really about the energies, and if you do not agree with the energies in the particular area, like my dad and I didn't the first time we went, then don't go there. It's not worth making yourself feel too vulnerable and opening up too much, especially if you're going by yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a situation like that, and I suggest going with somebody else who supports your practice and who isn't very judgmental to go with you the first time as well. Like I went with my dad the first time, so maybe you could bring a friend, maybe you could bring a parent, maybe you can bring a sibling. Just go with somebody, don't go alone. Because you never know what happens. Unfortunately, in this type of crowd, there are creepy people, and as much as I hate to admit it, that is a reality, so please be careful, you guys. And, I mean, really, all you have to do is research them, all you have to do is look for one online, or ask around if there's particular places that have things like that, like in metaphysical stores. When you go, ask the people who own the stores, do you know of any local covens, and stuff like that. And, if you keep at it, you'll find a coven if there is one in your area. If not, I'm sure there's tons of online covens that you could find. I haven't personally done any lookabouts on them, but I'm sure you could find one, and I'm sure there's something that you could do to work with that, and then find something after you're done researching. But yeah, if you guys have any more specific questions personal to you, or anything like that, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to help you guys find a coven if you really need my help. I'll do my best to help you guys, because, I don't necessarily live where you are, and I wouldn't want you guys telling me where you live in case I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna show up at your house, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, if you guys need help, let me know, and I will help you guys out. But until then, next time, blessed be, goodbye, ? That was a fail ending. Alrighty then, until next time, blessed be. I hope this helped, and bye.